NBA senior insider Shams Charania broke the news on our show yesterday that the Sacramento Kings are open to trade talks surrounding De'Aaron Fox. Fox, he's 27, has 1 year left on his contract before he hits free agency. That's in the summer of 2026. And Shams reported that Fox has, quote, not shown a willingness yet to commit long-term to Sacramento. So there's some questions here. Whenever we have trade questions, that's when we bring in Mr. Money Moves, Bobby Marks, who has the answers here. So Shams, he's reporting that this has caused some ripples, right? We've seen throughout NBA circles. But one team that has come up over and over again seems to be the San Antonio Spurs here, Bobby. So let's play some hypothetical. How would a Fox trade to the Spurs even work here?
Yeah, Malika, they're the bingo board of draft assets, young players, tradable contracts. They basically have a little bit of everything. And I think when you look at San Antonio, it certainly starts with a player like Stephon Castle. That is the prize rookie, if you are Sacramento, that you would want in this trade. And then when you look at it, trying to make the money work, a player like Keldon Johnson, a nice young player that's got multiple years left on his contract. I think the biggest thing is the draft assets. They've got 12 first-round picks over the next 7 years, 9 that can trade it. And if I'm Sacramento, I want those Atlanta picks. I want the Atlanta pick in 2025. I want the Atlanta pick in 2027. I even want that Chicago top 10 protected first in 2025. And when you look at it, that deal works, and that accomplishes everything that Sacramento is looking to get. A young player in Castle, draft picks, 3 in the next 7 years, and certainly Fox goes to San Antonio.
Okay, so Shanae, is De'Aaron Fox the best fit for Victor Wembanyama here?
May not be the best fit, but it's pretty close to it. Okay. If you're thinking about the runway for success for Victor Wembanyama, as a point guard, De'Aaron Fox comes pretty well close to it when it comes to being a running mate. 27 years old, averaging 25 and 6 assists. He matches what they're trying to do, particularly when it comes to athleticism and pace of play. And most importantly, he has experience playing with a talented big already. Playing with Domantas Sabonis, someone that's a double-double. We all say that, Wemby is like, 20, 10, 5, and 5, and 5, and 5. Like, he has experience knowing how to defer in moments where his guy can eat. So I do like this pick and this fit. And I think it really says bigger than everything else, that stars want to play with Victor Wembanyama. You've seen his maturity, how he gets up for big games, that everyone can compliment his style, especially with him shooting threes. That is the big takeaway here. He has made San Antonio, after a while, become a destination again. And I think that's something to keep your eye on for years to come. What? What you laughing at?
I disagree. That is not the best destination for De'Aaron Fox. The best destination is the Denver Nuggets. And look, you know what? I'm not the only person that feel that way. Richard did yesterday.
Previously on NBA Today.
It pains me, America, to bring up Kendrick Perkins in this moment. It absolutely pains me. But Perk talked about it a couple of weeks ago. When Denver was struggling, when Jamal Murray was struggling, he was saying, if you look at De'Aaron Fox in Denver, that could be a pick.
You know what? When Richard agreed with me,
what?
It's a lovely day. That means I'm right. Bobby, tell us how this gonna work. Tell us how this works. Fox the Nuggets, we need to know.
Perk, I love you and Richard, but there's a better chance of me growing a full set of hair than De'Aaron Fox winding up in Denver here. And this is the reason why. They've got no first-round picks to trade. They've got no second-round picks to trade. Jamal Murray can't be traded. Aaron Gordon can't be traded. Of course, Nikola Jokic is not going to trade it. Their lone tradable contract on that roster is Michael Porter Jr., and a Porter Jr. for Fox trade, I just don't see happening.
Not 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams, Nothing could make this work.
I don't see it, Perk. I don't see it happening.
Do you know the word? You know you have your word of the day, befuddled. Can you say befuddled?
Befuddled.
That's what you look like right now.
Bobby, thank you for splitting hairs with us on that trade and making it all work.
Going off.
We really appreciate you.
So basically, I'm right over you two.
As we march toward next week's trade deadline, a player we, of course, continue to monitor is Jimmy Butler. Tonight, Butler will miss his second game of an indefinite suspension by the team after missing a flight last week. This is Butler's 3rd suspension in the midst midst of him requesting a trade. Now, including tonight, Butler has lost over $4 million in salary because of these suspensions. So our Tim Bontemps is in Miami ahead of tonight's game. Tim, let's take it a little temperature check. What is the mood here in Miami surrounding all of this?
I mean, the mood here, Malika, is the same one that existed when I was here a couple weeks ago when they played Denver and San Antonio, and earlier this month when Jimmy Butler got suspended the first time. The Heat would like to move on from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler would like to move on from the Heat. But until there's a deal in place that gets Miami what it's looking for, which is a combination of guys that can help them now, some potential young players, some draft picks, and most importantly, salary that's going to stick on their books in the 26-27 season when they hope to be players in free agency, Jimmy Butler's going to remain a Miami Heat player. The Heat are not going to be able to move him until they get a deal that satisfies those things. And they're going to remain in this dance where Butler keeps coming back and then he keeps getting suspended. And now over the next 8 days, he will remain suspended up to and through the trade deadline next week. And next Friday, the Miami Heat are in Brooklyn to play the Nets, and we'll see if there's a trade that's happened by then, which I think all sides would like to have happen. But again, it takes two to tango. And as Bobby laid out there, to make a deal like this, you sometimes need 3 and 4 teams now. And if the Heat can't find a deal, we're probably going to be having the same conversation then about whether Jimmy Butler's going to get welcomed back to the Heat, and we'll see how things go from there. But certainly, the mood here, if you want to sum it up in one word, is tired. I think everyone here is tired of this story and would like to move forward, but they just haven't been able to get a deal done yet. And we'll wait to see if they can between now and the trade deadline.
Sometimes coffee, like Big Face, is a solution to being tired, but so far they have not found a solution for Jimmy Butler. Tim Bontemps, thank you so very much. Hey, let's talk about a trade that has actually happened.
Thank
we
you.
have some real movement, Chiney, in the WNBA free
My phone has been
agency.
blowing up, bro.
It officially starts on Saturday, but Brittney Griner already plans to sign with the Atlanta Dream, marking the end of her 11-year career with the Phoenix Mercury. She announced this in a video that was posted to her Instagram on Tuesday night, that she'd sign this deal, Chiney.
Yeah, this is huge. Not only because she was able to complete the championship, complete the mission, but now she's going to another place in the South where she's from and also has personalities that match her.
And for all the WNBA free agency news, you can check out our special. It's on ESPN2 from 4 to 5.
2 hours?
On Friday.
No, it's one.
Oh.
It's one.
Just 1 hour.
But you should tap in. You should come through.
I got enough jobs.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear, pull up all brains. Jimmy with the Heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA and ESPN.